Today I'm going to be opening up Fairy Loot. The latest one came in. I feel like I just opened my last one, and this one's here already. So, yeah, let's go ahead and open it. I can't remember. I'm up to November now. Am I in November? Not like the month. Like currently, it's December currently. But is this the November one? I think I'm finally up to November. As I said before, I think they always ship more toward like the middle or end of the month. So yeah, I don't get them usually until the next month. Try and be as clean as possible. I will dissolve the peanuts later. Okay, let's see what I got. So as always, they come wrapped in their book sleeves. Little fairy logo on the front, happy rating on the back. Let's try the smaller one first. That's a chunky one. So inside this one, I really like the colors, so I can't wait to show this. Inside the first one is called The Scarlet Alchemist by Kylie Lee Baker. And I am guessing this is at least Asian inspired based on the architecture and design. But I love these like colors. See the top? That's what I saw when I first opened it, is this whole, I think I actually saw the bottom, so this printing. There's the inside art card with the letter from the author. And then the postcard. Book only young adult box. November 2023, Alchemy of Us. The Scarlet Alchemist by Kylie Lee Baker. Our featured book of the month is The Scarlet Alchemist by Kylie Lee Baker. It's an East Asian high fantasy where our main character dreams of becoming a royal alchemist so she can provide her family by making alchemical gold and gems for the wealthy to eat. Ew. Eat them. I never thought of that. In order to stay young forever. Nice. Okay. I'm just going to take a peek underneath and inside. Here is the naked book. And inside artwork. And from the back. And I just dropped the cover. This is printed on more of a soft cream paper instead of a white. It looks really nice. Let me get that sleeve here. Ooh, Kirkus says this is absolutely captivating. The principal rule of alchemy. You cannot create good without also creating evil. I wonder if this is Shilan or if you would say Xenon. I think it's more Shilan, isn't it? I don't remember. I'm going to have to look at my pronunciation guides. But it says, dreams of becoming a royal alchemist, escaping her impoverished village in southern China to make alchemical gold for the wealthy so they can stay young forever. But for now, she scrapes a living practicing an illegal form of alchemy, resurrecting the dead for a price. Then Shilan is offered the chance to travel to the capital and complete the imperial exams, facing a series of dangerous tasks that she'll be lucky to survive, let alone pass. The closer Shilan gets to her goal, the more she is caught in the deadly games of the royal family, especially when the crown prince seeks her for help, suspecting a coming assassination attempt. There are monsters lurking within the palace walls, and it's only a matter of time before they, and the secrets of Shilan's past, catch up with her. A stunning adult fantasy set in an alternate Tang Dynasty China from the author of Keeper of Night, which I don't think I read Keeper of Night. But we'll see if I like this. Maybe I'll go back and read. This does sound interesting. I like that it always seems like there's a royal in all of the books that come in, especially with fantasy. There's always like a royal element that the character gets pulled into. So I will definitely be giving this a read and then probably reviewing it and maybe borrowing the audio, if there is one, to go along and help me with the pronunciation so that I can make sure that I'm saying the main character's name right. But either way, I look forward to reading this one. Let's check out the adult one. I've got black. Okay, so the adult one is very pretty and just happens to be a sword. Well, it's a sword catcher, which I was going to say. It just happens to be a book I already own. But this is the Fairy Loot edition of Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. And if you saw, I believe I opened it in my haul, I do have the Waterstones exclusive edition of Swordcatcher, and I'm actually in the process of finishing this book right now. So it's funny. I already have this, but this is a beautiful edition. On the front here, since I'm finishing the book, I am betting that I can tell you that these are the prince and his sword catcher. And I can also probably just tell you about the book. I'll read the inside and then I'll tell you like how I'm feeling about the book currently, because like I said, I'm already reading this since I already own the book. But I am excited about this because it's beautiful. Like, look at those edges. Anyway, two outcasts have the power to change everything, but will they grasp the hand of destiny? In the vibrant city-state of Castellane, nobles and criminals have one thing in common: the constant search for wealth, power, and the next hedonistic thrill. Yet, as an impoverished orphan, Kel's prospects look bleak, until he's stolen from his old life to enter a new one of luxury and peril. He's to become Prince Connor Aurelian's body double, shielding the prince from all dangers as his sword catcher. He and Connor will become as close as brothers, yet Kel lives for one purpose: to die for Connor. Lancaster is an Ashterian... No. Ashterian. Lancaster is an Ashkari physician, part of a community ostracized for its rare magical abilities. But after a failed assassination attempt brings her and Kel together, they are drawn into the web of the mysterious ragpicker king, ruler of Castellane's criminal underworld. He offers each of them what they want most, but as Lynn and Kel sink deeper into his world, they uncover an extraordinary conspiracy. As long-kept secrets unravel, they must ask themselves, can forbidden love bring down a kingdom? And will their discoveries plunge their nation into war and the world into chaos? So again, here, and honestly, I'm not sure who is who, although I'm thinking, well, here's Connor and Kel. And I'm not sure, is the amulet there? I don't know. They're drawn so much alike, obviously, because Kel serves as the person who, he's like a body double to the prince. And that way, like if there's certain traveling things or presentations or whatever, if there's an assassination attempt, Kel will be attacked instead of Connor. When they're both together, Kel is presented as a cousin of the king. So like he does have his own life outside of being a body double, but he's also kind of a body double. And it's, I guess that's kind of strange to me, but when he was a boy and started this role or took on the job, of course he was orphaned and alone at this orphanage, which was ideal for the purposes of getting a boy, because they didn't want to take someone who had a family, and therefore if, you know, he was assassinated, it wouldn't be a big deal. It would be a big deal if he had a family, but since he doesn't, it's not a big deal. Okay, yeah, you get it. So he agrees, obviously, because he doesn't have anything else in his life, so he agrees. And when they hire him, they just tell him, you're going to be the prince for the night. He is sick in bed, and so you'll be the prince because he really can't miss this dinner. And he's freaked out, but he survives it. He just has to sit there and sort of say as little as possible, eat the meal, and from that moment on, he will live at the castle. He shares a room with Connor. He has like a little bed in Connor's room. There's like potions and stuff to make him look more like more like Connor in general. So like they changed his eye color, and when he really has to be the body double, he has an amulet that makes his appearance to others be that of Prince Connor. But when that's not needed, he is Cal, and he's, like I said, a cousin. And then we start to get the wider world building. So again, I have not finished the book yet, so I don't know how this is going to end. But in the wider world, there's a bunch of stuff that's thrown at us, especially with the Ashkari. Their magic, I believe, if I'm remembering the story correctly, is sort of dwindling. So Lynn has faint traces, but not that much. But her grandfather is actually living at the palace and serves under the king, which caused a lot of problems in that family. But Lynn is a healer, but she believes that if she could get more access to magic, she could heal more and do more, and she's desperately trying to save her best friend, who has an illness and is very near dying. So that is the leverage that is kind of being used against her, like to get her to go along with things. It's, you can gain the ability and the knowledge in order to save your friend. And I'm trying to remember, yeah, the rag picker. Every time I hear like the audio of it as well, and every time I hear rag picker, it sounds like rat picker, but I think that's just, I get images in my head, and then I'm like, that is not what they're saying. Stop imagining somebody picking rats. It's fine. So the rag picker king is this other kind of mysterious character that has kind of a lot of power for the everyman. So kind of the inner city workings is under the rag picker king. And we do find out that he does have like communication with the actual king, or the king in the hill. I think it's king on the hill. Something similar to that. The king that is Connor's dad. They have had communication, and they sort of oversee things together. And there's some kind of big secrets there that have not totally been revealed to me yet. But he's this weird kind of character. Outside of him, there's the threat of another representative in the city that is more the seedy criminal activity. And I'm at the point where I have found out that the prince had something to do with him, and it's causing a lot of problems happening right now. And there's also like an Ashkari story where, and I don't remember how long ago it was, but where we did have a figure that, I don't think that was the rag picker king. It's somebody that was exiled, and I'm trying to remember all the stories, and I've been waiting for it to all come together in my head so that I can remember it all. But there was a story about this is why I don't think it was him, because it was like within the Ashkari, it was kind of one of the rulers, or the son of the ruler, and he wanted to get more magic, and so he was messing around and stuff that maybe he shouldn't have, or definitely shouldn't have, and he got exiled. And so I'm trying to see where that story is going to piece in, because you know that it is going to, and I hope that wasn't there. I don't think so, because he doesn't seem to have abilities, although maybe it was him. There was a lot coming at me at once, and I don't have it sorted. But anyway, there's all these interesting pieces that I'm trying to see how they get woven all together by the end. And it is kind of interesting world building. So far for this one, this is adult fantasy. This is Cassandra Clare's first adult fantasy. And yet at the same time, so far, I could see a lot of appeal for YA readers. I don't think... there's been some mature themes, but I don't think it's any more mature than a lot of what's being published in YA fantasy so far. But I have no idea where the series is going to go either, so it could be that it's like kind of borderline right now. But again, there's a lot of adult fantasy that's fine for younger readers. Like Brandon Sanderson, YA and adult can read his series, so maybe it'll be like that. There's a little bit more like risque content, but in general, I don't think it's like too wild. But I don't know. I would have to see where I am, because I feel like I'm getting pretty far along in the book, but I probably still have a couple hundred pages to go. Yeah, I'll find out later where I am, because I don't remember. But I do like that there is a ribbon in the book for keeping your place. That's lovely. I like that the top and bottom are just black edging, and then there's the stencil on the side. Let's check it out without it. Ooh, it's pretty. Underneath the cover, it looks kind of like the regular cover to the book, which I enjoy that. That looks... Oh, I forgot to show the back here. There's Lynn. And I like that Lynn has trained as a physician, so she has, well, she's very good. She's very good at what she does. And she does come to the aid of both Cal and Connor, so I like her. I have no idea where other things are going to lead. Like, you can sort of tell there's interests from one character to another character, but I don't know where it's all going to go by the end. So, I don't know. I'm having a good time with this one. I definitely think... I don't know what... I may do a review once I have finished it. So I don't want to give it all away now. But yeah, even though I already own the book, this is nice. I like the edition. I like that it's signed. I don't know. Wasn't expecting that, but I guess it saves my TBR a little bit since I'm already reading it. Yeah. If either of these look good, check to see if they're available. This one for sure is available now. And that is it for this video. Until next time.